Welcome back. You might have noticed a theme going through some of these videos on growth. That theme is the power of negative emotions and thoughts. You might recall that I called those negative thoughts and emotions poison. Poison. Just think about that for a minute. Poison, of course, is the last thing we want to have in our minds and bodies. Before this, we may not have been aware of the poison. So, of course, awareness is always the first step. And as we do become more aware of these negative thoughts and emotions and their effect on us, the second we start noticing it, we can just say to stop. Just stop. So these might come from within us or from the outside world as life throws us its challenges. So we can become aware, stop the negative thought or emotion in its tracks, and remind ourselves that we will not allow that person or situation to poison us. Another analogy I think about here is you are what you think. Kind of like you are what you eat. So the question becomes, what are you feeding your brain? Don't kid yourself. For most of us, this affects us far more than we're aware of. And this does not just mean emotionally or mentally, it affects us physically as well. Remember, it really is a poison. The negative thoughts and emotions lead to the release of all sorts of destructive hormones, stress hormones like cortisol, and all kinds of other substances and hormones that then trigger inflammation of all sorts of different kinds in our bodies. This in turn contributes to many of our most serious and common diseases that we face. Heart disease, of course, is a big one, but believe me, it goes way beyond that. So honestly, if you're suffering any kind of physical pain or disease, think about what you're feeding your brain and its possible downstream effects on your body. In addition, please don't underestimate how the powerful act of thinking something actually solidifies the truth of it in your brain. The more times you think it, like, he's such a jerk, the more your thoughts and actions are going to unconsciously reflect that. Also, remember, what emotional energy you put out into the world oftentimes comes back at you. If you're angry all the time, eventually you're probably going to notice quite a few other angry people in your life. So for many reasons and on many levels, you are what you think. So as always, our process of growth starts with the awareness of this. I'd love you to start practicing more and more awareness of when you're experiencing these negative thoughts and emotions. You won't always catch it right in the moment. You might need to reflect about it at the end of the day. Think about how often it was the case, and then hopefully strategize how you might avoid that tomorrow. I know you'll feel better as soon as you're able to start removing this negativity. Consider reaching out to a friend or a loved one as an accountability partner and see how the two of you can grow in doing this together, removing that poison, removing the negativity. As always, please comment below and let's talk.